You know, there's something almost magical about the stillness before dawn, when the world is quiet and the only sound is your own heartbeat. Most people are wrapped up in their warm beds, lost in dreams, but somewhere out there, a solitary figure ties his running shoes, steps into the chill of the early morning and starts running into the darkness. Not running away from something, but running towards a better version of himself. This isn't just about fitness or discipline, it's about transformation. This is the realm of David Goggins, a man who didn't just change his life, he redefined what he believed what is possible. David Goggins wasn't born a superhuman, far from it, actually. Imagine growing up in a household filled with violence and fear, where every day is a struggle for survival. As a child, he dealt with abuse, racism, and poverty. He was that kid who didn't feel safe at home or at school. Overweight, depressed, and lost. That was David in his early 20s. Many of us have felt trapped at some point in our lives, boxed in circumstances or our own doubts. But what if I told you that the very chains that hold us down can become the fuel that propels us forward? One day, tired of his own excuses and the direction his life was heading, David made a decision. Not a casual, I'll start on Monday kind of decision, but a profound commitment to himself. He looked in the mirror and didn't like what he saw, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. He realized that no one was coming to save him. If he wanted to change, it was up to him and him alone. It is a sobering moment when you accept full responsibility for your life, but it's also incredibly empowering. David started practice he calls the accountability mirror. Every day he would look himself in the eye and have an honest conversation. No sugarcoating, no blaming others, just raw truth. He wrote his goals and shortcomings on sticky notes and plastered them around the mirror. Lose weight, study more, stop being lazy. It wasn't about beating himself up, it was about owning his reality so he could change. How often do we avoid facing ourselves, hiding behind distractions? What if we took a moment each day to confront our own reflections and ask, am I who I want to be? Changing is uncomfortable, let's be real. Stepping out of our comfort zone is downright scary. But David learned to embrace this side. As he puts it, he understood that pain and discomfort are the pathways to growth. So he started running. At first he couldn't run a quarter mile without feeling like his lungs would explode. But he kept at it, every day pushing a little further. Rain or shine, tired or energized, he showed up because he knew that consistency compounds. The small daily victories built into a monumental change. Have you ever hit a wall? That point where you feel like you've given everything you have and there's nothing left in the tank. David discovered that when we think we're done, we're actually only at about 40% of our true capacity. Imagine that. The moment you want to quit is just the beginning of your potential. He started applying this 40% rule to everything he did. Whether it was running ultramarathons, enduring intense military training, or pushing through personal challenges, he tapped into reserves he didn't know he had. What could you achieve if you push just a little further when you feel like giving up? Just like hands develop calluses to protect against physical labor, David realized that the mind can be hardened against hardship for repeated exposure. He sought out discomfort, not because he enjoyed suffering, but because he knew it made him stronger. Cold showers, early mornings, grueling workouts. These weren't punishments, they were tools. Each challenge overcame added a layer of mental toughness. It's not about becoming numb to pain, but about recognizing that you can endure more than you thought possible. Fear is a powerful force. It can paralyze us, keep us stuck in place. David faced his fears head on. He failed the ASVAB test for the military multiple times. He struggled with swimming, a crucial skill for a Navy SEAL. But instead of accepting defeat, he studied harder, practiced longer, and refused to let failure define him. He says, failure is just a stepping stone. Each setback was an opportunity to learn and grow. How often do we let the fear of failure prevent us from even trying? What if we saw failure not as the end, but as a valuable part of the journey? What drives a person to endure such hardship? For David, it wasn't about recognition. It was about finding purpose. He realized that his struggles could serve a greater good. By pushing his limits, he could inspire others to do the same. Purpose became his anchor, giving meaning to the pain. When you have a why that resonates deeply, the how becomes more manageable. So what's your why? What purpose fuels you to keep going when things get tough? David's journey has touched countless lives. People see him in a reflection of their own untapped potential. He's not about preaching or telling others what to do. Instead, he leads by example. His actions speak louder than any words could. By sharing his story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, he offers a roadmap for those willing to embark on their own paths of transformation. It is a reminder that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they decide to take control of their destiny. So how can you apply the Goggins mindset to your own life? Start small, but stay consistent. Set clear, honest goals. Write them down where you can see them every day. Embrace discomfort, whether it's physical exercise or learning a new skill or having a tough conversations. When you hit that wall and feel like quitting, remember the 40% rule and push a little further. Reflect daily. Use your own accountability mirror to stay honest with yourself, and most importantly, find your purpose. Let it drive you forward, giving you meaning to every challenge you face. David often emphasizes that there is no finish line. The pursuit of self-improvement is a lifelong journey. It's not about becoming perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. He continues to push his limits, not because he has something to prove to others, but because he knows that there's always room to grow. This mindset shifts the focus from external achievements to internal fulfillment. It's about who you become in the process. We all have that inner voice, the one that doubts, criticizes, and tells us to play it safe. David calls this the inner critic, and he made it his mission to silence it. When negative thoughts crept in, he countered them with positive affirmations and reminded himself of past victories. He took control of his narrative. You have the power to change your story by changing your self-talk. Next time that voice tells you you can't, respond with "just watch me." While much of David's journey is about personal responsibility, he also recognizes the value of community. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge and support you is crucial. He sought out mentors, training partners, and like-minded individuals who hold him accountable. Who are the people in your life that push you to be better? If you don't have them, maybe it's time to find or create your own tribe, a circle that elevates you rather than holds you back. Pushing limits is important, but so is listening to your body. David learned the hard way that rest and recovery are essential. He faced injuries and health scares that forced him to re-evaluate his approach. He began to incorporate proper nutrition, rest, and mindfulness into his routine. Balance doesn't mean easing up on your goals. It means ensuring you're equipped to pursue them substantially. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. David Goggins' story is not just his own, it's a testament to what's possible for all of us. He's shown that with determination, honesty, and relentless effort, we can break through barriers we once thought were impenetrable. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it be just another inspirational tale, or will you use it as a catalyst for your own transformation? The path won't be easy, and there will be days when you want to quit. But remember, when you're at your limit, you're only 40% done. The rest is waiting to be discovered, so tie up your laces, step into the unknown, and start running towards the best version of yourself.